Greetings, friends, and welcome to Enigma Night Gaming. My name is Liara, and I will be your guide in today's adventure. Today, we're playing Disco Elysium, and in today's episode, we are going to explore what exactly is on the inside of that church. So, without further ado, let's hop into the game. Alright, so there's that girl. Let's go ahead and head over this way. I want to see if we can see what might be in the building. Like, I'm not even sure exactly where it's at. Like, I don't know if it's this one. They did give us a key, so I assume this is gonna be it. All right, so does this key that they gave us work?
More than twice your height stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock carelessly drilled into the wood.
All right, let's try the key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
All right, who's inside?
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum.
That's a little unnerving.
In the heart of the city.
Okay. What do we have in here? Hello? Okay. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Okay, sure. Well, we'll do that. What's this? The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies? Huh, maybe it's related to those, that gaming company's office that we found, because they had stuff to do with radios, right? More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional. Some long forgotten style. Okay, what's this? I don't see any people here yet. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. The figure was added later. It's not part of the original church. Okay. Let's see, what is this? I guess there's an opening there too we can check out. A prayer book has been left open. Excerpts from the Paracarnesian Litany of Love. Interesting. The bowl is filled with water. A lively wire runs directly into it. Could these wires work as contact microphones? Okay, perhaps. Maybe they were trying to reach somebody from the outside. A spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. We got some stuff right there. Maybe that looks like it might be shoes. A cracked pane of glass. Colorful. Let's go ahead and see if we can snag this stuff. Because I think I see some real. And it's 17:39, so we should keep an eye on time for karaoke. Miss Binger's red brogues. Okay. And some real. Let's actually take it. Nice. Alright. So I guess we'll go up here. Because the rest of the stuff is back at the back of the church, it looks like.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Okay.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Let's see. Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer.
Okay.
The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Okay. Let me investigate it
You
because I'm
see
curious.
fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open.
I wonder if we could actually get the film from the Doom commercial district and bring it here and play
The
it.
lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Let's look first. Look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents.
Well, let's do that.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Now, we had an old lady that greeted us at the other district, and she wanted some kind of code.
Good afternoon.
It's the same lady.
On Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Rapid Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Let's see, Yvonne, it's me again. How are you? I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log, February to March. Fortress accident, like the one in the doomed commercial area. Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It just says log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Okay, I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Okay,
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
let's see. Thanks, but I'm finished with this call for now.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
Okay, and her voice disappears into a
The
whirl of
machine's
static.
keyboard is still illuminated,
Can we-
revealing fluorescent play
What if we
and
press
print
print?
buttons.
Will it print
Nothing
the password?
happens.
Okay. Alright, well, let's look and see what we've got. A portable Harman Wowshe tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Maybe. Don't know how we would play that. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tapes spinning on empty. Okay, what is... There's a hole there. Wait. What is this? Actually, before we do that, let's go to the back, because I think that might be, like, going to a new area, possibly. It looks like we could just walk through it. So I want to make sure we explore everything back here first. Oop. What did we see?
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore.
Okay.
Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums.
Huh.
It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual.
Does it have to do with these plates of water?
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
We're not gonna yell. How about stomp your feet and clap your hands?
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yell as loud as we can. It's the only option we have.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing is beginning to worry me. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this. Yeah, it's
I wonder why
weird.
the church was built with such strange acoustics.
Maybe.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises.
Maybe they wanted to discourage the singing and dancing.
Could be.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
So we do have a pretty high perception. We could succeed. Perception. I don't know if there's anything we can do to increase perception. Oh, we could. But we don't have a skill point yet. And we can't put in any gear right now. Let's just give it a try. We might fail, but we didn't. All right, so what's up there?
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
On the ceiling? Follow the shadow's movement.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
An animal, huh?
Officer, is there something up there?
The lieutenant follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is you're seeing.
Oh no, you've lost sight of it.
Is it on the ceiling?
Yes. The darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
We need to blink. It's gonna disappear. Oh, there it is.
You see something hanging from the rafters,
That's a
looking
person.
straight at you with dark eyes.
Okay.
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Maybe. Let's try it.
The shadow is a man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently.
Okay.
The crab man.
Hey, who's there? This is the police. Show yourself. Say nothing. Be quiet for now. Are you the crab man? I feel like I kind of wonder if we talk, if he'll go away. What if we say nothing for now?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be all right. You come to the right place.
Okay.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to receive the mother's love. You can too, Holmes. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that despair at the bottom of that bottle.
Uh-huh.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I mean...
Hey, and what was that about, the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately.
I haven't drank
Lay
at all.
off it already. Shish.
Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem and it's been getting out of hand lately, but I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use or run away. I mean, we did have a problem.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Great, more patronizing, so original. Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering. How do you know what I'm feeling? I'm actually here on behalf of some young people looking to establish a nightclub.
I know it's hard to admit that you have a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look at the damage Albino was doing to my mind and my spirit.
I mean, hey, since I took consciousness of my guy, he hasn't touched a drop.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
He's changed his tone.
Look at these crazies. What is this?
Let's see. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there. Or adjust your tie. Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this? You know, alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. This is stupid. I don't even know what this is. That's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of ecclesiastic property. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there. Sure.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game?
I mean, Kim did say he was a narcotics user.
Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways.
Mm-hmm.
'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Let's see, you must be the crab man. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines around you. Do you know where the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Okay.
Viaita is grandma?
Wait, so there is another person living in the church and it's a Vegeta? Right, thanks. I'll see if I can find her some other way. Which one would we say? Let's just go with this one.
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite
Maybe
young.
it's the Lady Lori driver.
Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you've got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
He shrugs.
Or search through her radio computer.
Yeah. Have you by any chance heard the Veita say her password to her radio computer?
Too many times, Essay. You need it for something.
Yes.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes identifying regional trends in the interest of public safety, of course. Just tell me what's the password. Yes, it's for a first-degree murder investigation in Martinique. Honestly, I just want to break into the radio computer, see what's on it. What would we do? I mean, obviously the first one is just a complete lie. How do we gain his trust? I mean, Drama seems to think we do the survey, so let's do that.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
Okay.
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it.
Okay. You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's really more like a spider.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures.
I
And
wonder if
is that
he's
a
the
section
one
of tools over
that
there?
did the uncarved sculpture at the beginning. Wait, did you carve all those sculptures? Point at the nearest pillar.
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands.
Okay.
Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
All right.
All right, let's consider the context and meaning here.
Let's see. I see what you've done there. It's as if these figures are trying to become one with the church, or perhaps with the mother herself. Rub your chin. You've got some nice curves going there. Squint your eyes. These seem a tad derivative. You're promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of female bodies. Honestly, I don't get it. All these figures look half finished. Okay, let's go with the first one. It sounds the most like what he would want to hear about merging with the mother.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
Okay. All right. What were you before you became a crabman and a woodcarver?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading.
Okay.
Most of them are already gone.
Let's see. Shake your head. So many people losing their memory. A certain portent of Dune. I lost my memory too, and it haunts me. I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me. Start again from scratch. I mean, that's true. Let's see. We'll go with that one.
That's not really the point, I say. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother that is?
Of course, of course. Okay.
Do you remember your name, sir?
I don't know.
Tiago's my name.
Oh,
But those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
my name is Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting. My name sets me apart from my fellows. How often do you meet a Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau? My name's Harrier Dubois. My place in the world is Lieutenant Double Freighter. Let's just say my name's Harry and extend our hand. We
That's
don't need
just
to
the
give him
thing,
our whole
Holmes.
name.
None of that matters.
Okay, so what are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up
We
there.
did see that.
A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration.
Okay.
I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Okay. Who is this mother of silence that you keep talking about? I mean, we might as well learn, right?
Oh, that's no simple question, I said. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
Okay. Well, what will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
See, I hear these words, but they basically mean nothing.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
Are you sure you didn't just switch one drug for another? I still don't understand what you're doing in the church. How did you even find this place, this church? Are these your shoes lying around here? Okay, so are you sure you didn't switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Okay.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
So let's see. Faith is a kind of drug. I guess you have a point. Let's agree to disagree. I was being insensitive. Sorry. Let's move on. Let's just go with the last one.
No worries, man. I know this takes time.
I still don't understand what you're doing in the church,
I'm
though.
a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Can you sing for me? Sing for me something? It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence. Nod singing is good. We should all sing a bit more. Let's go with that one.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart.
Okay.
You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
I mean, I guess so. How did you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was.
I guess that means he came here after it was abandoned.
Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
Okay. Are these your shoes?
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
Okay.
They'd only stop him from climbing.
That's true.
These shoes look pretty dapper, actually.
Right, I had other
The
questions.
sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Huh, okay.
Did you witness it?
Not really, or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Okay. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab.
Mm-hmm.
Probably scared of me.
So wait, do they have a reason to be scared? So what do you think about this nightclub that is? I trust you won't get in the way of some enterprising youth. Their business looks promising. Turning a church into a nightclub? I have to say it's a great idea. You should support it. So what do you think about the nightclub that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing.
Okay.
Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
I mean, okay, fair.
Might even be nice to have some company.
Okay, then thanks.
I think we're done here, essay.
The figure crawls off into the darkness above.
That was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, it was a bit surreal.
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
I mean, we got the password. That's about all I can say about that. We still got some stuff back here to look at, though. What is this? Frost has drawn flowers on the grass obscuring the view, and a figure drawn in frost on the window depicting a deer. What is this? Is his pants? Oh, it's a scarf. Okay. Okay, sure. Why not? We probably don't need that, but maybe we can wear it. Let's see. Because I don't know what slot would that go in. We need to put on a hat too. Oh, it would go on neck, I assume, right? Yeah, okay, so Pain Threshold or Inland Empire. I don't know what the difference would be. I mean, but this looks more professional, so we're gonna go with that. We do need something for our head, though. Do we have anything that doesn't look absolutely ridiculous? Let's see. We have an orange bum hat. That does look absolutely ridiculous. Might be our only option because this looks way more ridiculous. The conical hat. I think. What is this? Palm Pippo Pippo? Oh. Reaction speed or logic? I mean, maybe. It still looks kind of silly. But it might be our best option for now. Alright, so we'll run with that. I don't see anything else down here. But we do now have the password, so that is good. Let's see if we can enter it in.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated,
Yep.
revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Let's hit play
The
again.
speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar
Of course it
magnetic
does.
driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Alright, so let's try this again. I may have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Okay.
Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Is this like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Okay.
Saint-Brun, that's the church.
Okay.
And Rue de Saint-Ghilaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
Okay.
Anything else I can help you with?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, votre accident.
Nice.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated.
All right, let's
revealing
press
fluorescent
print
play
this
and
time.
print. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Well, let's read that
The
printout.
first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise.
Okay.
Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in.
Right.
The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case? Maybe.
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Okay, well, let's read the second entry, because you never
6th
know.
of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
Okay.
See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
No. You calm yourself. Let's read the third entry. No drugs.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would you need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot. I mean, okay, let's read the fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers.
Right?
The writers, though, they're...
Is this for the role-playing game? I'm really
I just
wondering.
have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying.
Okay.
Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
All right, so artists, programmers, Lexi, who are all those people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we
I
saw
think
in the
so,
Doom
too.
commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Okay. Let's read the fifth entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
Okay.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
Indeed we are.
Keep reading.
Hey, Everett.
I'm interested
Welcome
now.
in.
I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Always happy to arrive to the sound of not Idris Elba's voice.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow.
Yeah.
It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Yeah, we experienced that ourselves, so...
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right toward the silence. All right, let's read the seventh entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
Maybe.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
Okay, maybe, but who could it be? Look at the water basin, but what could it be? Look at the water basins behind
The
you.
lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
All right, let's read the eighth entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been
Right.
trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, The song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out.
Wow.
The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
I mean, that's got to be a bit of a blow to your creativity when it's so boring that you can just write a program to filter it out. I mean,
That disco man must be a cell.
that's what I'm thinking. She must be describing a
The girl
cell.
on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Let's read the 9th entry.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That must have been the bookshelf, right? That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
I mean, yeah, you gotta try. Read the 10th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air.
Is that her grocery list?
Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
Whoops.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Hello. She's gonna, like, yell at us. What are you doing with my computer?
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as you hold down the off button for several seconds. Or as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
Of course. All computers belong to us.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Of course. I can assure you I'm an expert circuit bender. I'm not breaking into your computer. I'm using it to access Coalition military data links. We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers. We're not just breaking in. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead searching for my lost identity. We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers. Okay, so, I mean, we could say that that'll at least open the dialogue to the disco men, as she calls them.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We didn't destroy anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so what else can we look at? I guess let's just talk to her now.
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. I didn't break anything, did I? Hey, are you the lead programmer of Rural Untethered by any chance? Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here? Let's ask if she's the lead programmer.
Yes. Or no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
Okay, maybe she'll
She
tell
doesn't
us
seem
about it.
surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
It does not look like a big loss to her. Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Okay.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
She turns back to the terminal.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
I mean, hey, it can happen.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Let's see. What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
She says, ready to stand her ground. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2 mm hole in the world.
The pillar of silence, right?
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves.
Oh, right.
That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Let's see. Hold on a moment. Does that mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it? You measure it by collecting data on its surroundings, on that which exists. I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. I don't know. I'm not here for some science. I just want to solve a murder, so I go home. Well, you measure it by collecting data on the surroundings.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Hydrotransducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
Okay.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Oh, she grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. Looks like some ancient ritual. Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Okay, she looks up, trying to pierce the pitch black heights above, but without much success.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Okay, but why there?
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
Okay.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe. But it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives?
I know.
You don't think the Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
Okay, you said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Sorry. That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world anyways.
Great. Thanks.
Alright, have you seen the Crabman?
No?
But you know he's around.
Yes.
He's seen you.
And?
Okay, it's probably not a big deal then.
No. You're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. How do you feel about these, about hypnotic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Let's see, have you even listened to it? Like, actually listened? What are you, 40? It's the future of dance music. Same here, it just doesn't connect here. Tap on your heart. Not like disco does anyways. Oh wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it? Like, I'm curious. Why do you hate it?
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Okay, right. But how do you feel about a club for hypnotic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
Let's see. I heard they're also planning on building a drug lab. A youth center would be nice. A petting zoo place for animals. Maybe a community space to help the elderly. I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for hypnotic dance music. They said it's their dream. We already know what they're going to build. It's going to be a drug lab.
That's exactly what they're up to.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, wonderful.
The lieutenant whispers, admiring the embellished pillars and spectacular architecture in the church.
Now this house of worship is also going to be a drug lab. Always something fascinating happening in tents.
All right. Mind altering. So let's see. They're just encouraging an active youth culture here. Nothing wrong with that. Well, I disagree with that. Mind altering substances are a vital part of a nightclub scene. It helps bring the community together. No, we're just gonna say nothing.
So that's settled. Great. No nightclubs in the church then.
Okay, so did we already ask this? I think we did. Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
Okay.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core, the light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
Okay, what about the bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my rain prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Right. I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
I'll leave you to work in peace now. Alright, so can we, go out this way?
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
Okay.
This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress.
Right.
You should kneel.
No.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you.
Let's see. Look up. No, I am not your bug.
As that bitter thought passes through your head, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder with 3 fingers.
I'm not doing that cross either.
Good call. She left us all in the... Don't give her a single thing. Just stand there in the apricot-colored light of the window, secretly grinding your teeth. The woman smiles her distant smile, unmoved, struck in half by the crack in the glass.
Let's see. How did I know this was the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
Oh boy.
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Okay, wait, what exactly is an innocence? I've heard of the system.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler or a tyrant? A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time.
Okay.
An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
Oh, okay. When did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
Okay, what else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clay. Also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman.
Okay.
She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze.
Okay.
She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale.
Interesting
A
last
costly,
name when you
often
are
tragic endeavor,
a sailor.
ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on.
Okay.
She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest.
Okay.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
Of course, and none of this would be made up at all.
That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Riel Belt.
Okay. I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mes and the Occident, and even far away Supremawindi. Altogether, 21 of the 40 mundial nations of the time immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning.
Her crowning?
In a city called Advesperaskit in Vespa Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning, with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky.
Okay.
She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
She must have been beautiful?
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well.
My is that?
Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by secret servicemen.
Then what?
One of the men in this secret service killed her 22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
What?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the Innocents.
Okay.
Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Okay, so was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her Theriers.
Okay.
She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
Well, what happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
Right.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum.
Okay.
Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
All right.
Lieutenant Freighter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the choice.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
Let's see. She's somehow connecting to the case, going lungs. That's messed up. Nothing. Just looking around. She's beautiful. She's not criminal. Or yeah, war criminal. Let's see. What do we say? I mean, I don't know. She's not human. She's somehow connected to the case. I mean, how though? I don't think. I will just say she's not human.
Okay.
He takes off his glasses to clean them. Then after a while, he says,
This church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in. We should conclude our business and move on.
all right, let's reconstruct the cracked glass.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
Okay, what shattered this mosaic?
Unknown. A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who was the older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole.
Okay.
Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, farriers, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort,
After the
La vie de
death,
nouveau.
life, or after the life, death, after the death, the life of new, basically?
and then along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
I'm not sure what Monde and Cree would be.
After life, death.
Okay.
After death, life again.
Okay.
After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
Okay.
This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Okay.
Could these words be the password that unlocks the filament memory?
Lieutenant, this used to say after life, death. Death after?
Death, life again. After the whirl, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in DeLorean sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
Oh, okay. What's the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Okay. Cool.
Eyes cool.
Alright, step back.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the Small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of this place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
Okay.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials.
Okay.
We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks at the machinery lying around. Okay.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
Stroke your chin first. I didn't think you were spiritual. I don't like her. She looks like a lever. I didn't think you were spiritual. We'll just say
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
Okay, I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Okay, turn away. Alright, however, it is now 7:30, so that should mean... I don't know if we're able to... We may have to, like, go out and walk there, but we should be able to go do some karaoke now, so let's head out of here. It should be a good crowd now, right? I mean, it's pretty decent. And look, it's all set up. We're all ready. You know what time it is, guys. It's time for karaoke.
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet.
All right, let's
You
see.
feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me
All
know
right.
when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Drama. All right. Look, Kim, I'm going to sing karaoke.
I can see that.
This unit steps away from the stage, ready for your performance. Put your lips against the microphone. Test it.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand?
Okay.
Hands. Where do you put your hands?
The hand conundrum. Look around the room first.
The bar is full and buzzing with chatter. No one is paying you any attention. But still you feel your knees turn to noodles. Okay, now a couple is looking at you. Even worse.
Okay.
Just make sure you move, okay? Don't be stiff.
Okay. We need drama. So we need to see, what do we have that we can do for clothes that's drama? Let's see. If we have anything. And then we can also, okay, so we have this. We'll do drama. That's minus drama. Plus drama. Drama. We're looking absolutely silly in this outfit. But it hopefully will do the job. Alright. I mean, that looks ridiculous. But it is what it is. We have 1 point. Where's drama? Drama is... where? Right here. So we could level it up if we need to. Right now,
The
let's
stage
see.
is all set up. You feel a little dizzy.
So, are you ready for your thing now?
All right.
Let me
it's
know when I should
92
turn on the
now.
karaoke carousel.
Okay. So hopefully that's gonna be enough. Insane silk dragon. All right. Let's see how this goes. I'm ready, Gart. Hit play.
The air is thick with anticipation.
I mean, the clothes did it, man.
Someone dims the lights as the music starts. Okay, here we go.
Oh boy. We're singing our karaoke finally, guys. Kim's just sitting here like,
I would
will-
often go there
I will endure this.
to the tiny church there,
We got a nice little
the
crowd.
smallest church in San. Though
Is
it
that
once
seriously our voice? That's so
was
deep.
larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the
Wonder if
mist
it'll
there,
affect them.
toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there
Who's this guy right
in
here?
that tiny
He looks new.
yard there. I have been so glad here. Looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone.
It's the saddest song.
None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
We did it. We sang karaoke. Alright, now how do we feel? Okay, so those are the lyrics.
A lazy applause fills the room. You feel your hands shake as awareness of your body returns to you.
Thank you, ancient reptilian brain. I want to dedicate this song to whoever wrote me that letter. I still love you. Thank you very much. I'd like to dedicate this song to my partner, Kim Kitsuragi. I'd like to dedicate this song to Gart for letting me sing it. I'd like to dedicate this song to the RCM. Please don't fire me. I don't want to dedicate this song to anyone. I performed it for myself. Okay, let's see. I would often go there to the tiny church. How the rail may rest there, down through the mist there. Would often stay there in the tiny yard. But now you're alone. None of this matters at all. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to dedicate it to Kim or Gart. Maybe we just say thank you, ancient reptilian
There
brain.
is silence now in the deep where the voice came from. It has receded to return only in dreams and nightmares.
Okay.
This guy really carried you.
I don't want to dedicate this song to anyone. I performed it for myself. I mean, that's true. What if we... Kim's been there for us. He's been supportive. What if we dedicate it to Kim? Is that going to be weird?
The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but gives you a quick smile before turning away.
Okay, so maybe
He's
it's not too
incapable
weird.
of blushing, but if he weren't, he'd blush.
He's our good friend now.
Good, good. Are we ready? I want to unplug the microphone now.
Last words?
Thank you, Martinez. Say nothing. Leave enigmatically. Say nothing. Alright, so now we can put back on our official cop garb instead of the silly garb. Let's see. What were we even wearing? We had this. We had our RCM patrol cloak on. What did we have on? Oh, no, we had this hat on. Savoir faire. What do we have on now for glasses? Logic authority. Oh, we had a necktie. Horrific necktie. Is there not a better necktie? Maybe. What gloves did we have on? Did we change those? I don't think we changed them. We probably should. We had the dress shirt on because we need our logic. And then what are our shoes? Perception. Those are fine. Visual calculus or logic. This is fine. Okay, I think everything else is okay. Threshold. This is okay. This is okay. All right, but yeah, we sang our karaoke, so there you go. I wonder, will Kim say anything? I'm just curious.
Yes?
Alright, I don't think we need to say anything else. And we can't talk to that guy. So, I think we're basically done here. Let me look at our case log. So, things we have left. We still need to explore the whirling, figure out who made the call, who put the clothes in the trash. We still need to find Morel. And then, I think after we sleep, we can run the number on the victim's armor. We need to ask somebody else about the tattoos, find one armor piece, prove our authority, get 2 signatures for Everett. There's the dead body on the boardwalk. Oh yeah, we gotta call the public library. We can do that next time. Make Van X jam harder core. Find a tape with a melody. And then tell Andre about Suna's thoughts on the nightclub. So we have some follow-up work to do next time. And that's 2 more items we can check off our checklist. We have explored the church and found some very interesting individuals, and we finally sang karaoke, and it actually went pretty well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble, and the links are in the description. And if you want to see which games we're playing each day, I post them on x.com/Lear27. And I hope you'll join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye.